Hi and welcome to CBN4's Primetime News Package for today. I'm your presenter, Adrian Christopher. Let's take a look at the headlines for today. Director of the Dominica Institute for the Arts says tourism and culture a fitting match. Previously postponed, but now it's back on. The 9th annual Jazz and Creole is on. And a Southwest flight makes an emergency landing in Philadelphia. Stay tuned for these and other stories when CBN4's Primetime News return.
L'année sim tout partout. Attention si vous êtes homme et bien femme. Visitez place santé pour examiner corps. Ça c'est un nick pour yo ouais si l'année pièce moun au lion qui ni maladie TB et bien maladie sexuelle. En compagnie moun qui ni maladie HIV pe ni TB aussi. Savent qui l'année guérison pour TB. Ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Parlez by docteur. Prends responsabilité. Aidez du bout de maladie TB et HIV. Pour agir tout le monde pour examiner corps yo.
If you're HIV positive or have an STI, having unprotected sex with multiple partners puts them in grave danger. You'll expose every partner and their present and future partners to HIV or another STI. Use a condom every time you have sex. You can live a productive life even if diagnosed with HIV. Remember, early detection is key to your survival. Be responsible, protect yourself and others. Help stop the spread of HIV and other STIs.
There are signs everywhere. Pay attention whether you're male or female. Visit your health center to get screened. It's a preliminary test to determine if you are exposed to the HIV virus, an STI, or tuberculosis. Some people who are HIV positive also have tuberculosis. But there's hope. Tuberculosis can be cured. And yes, you can live a full life with HIV. Talk to your doctor. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB, HIV. Encourage everyone to get tested.
Welcome back to CBN4's Primetime News Package. First up, the new Minister for the Environment, Climate Resilience, Disaster Management and Urban Renewal, Honorable Joseph Isaac, have announced a few plans as it relates to his portfolio as he took the oath of allegiance, oath of office and the oath of secrecy at the swearing-in ceremony. Isaac said the focus will first be on the housing in the city and also nationally to ensure the government meets its resilient targets and to ensure that persons are protected from the elements. The minister further noted that stimulating the private sector is second on the agenda.
We'll be looking at stimulating the private sector because some of them actually had to lay off certain people, and those people who are involved in small businesses will try to ensure that they are back on their feet. We'll look at, and I want the forestry division to hear what I'm saying, we'll look at rehabilitating the forest and aggressively moving to ensure that all the different areas are up to speed. So for the next 4 to 8 weeks, it will be about hard work.
As part of the agenda, Isaac said the cabinet will push to ensure that any environmental legislation and or creed legislation will be dealt with speedily. Also on Isaac's agenda is a re-engineered approach towards garbage collection in the city and the cleanliness of the city.
I would like to commend the Honorable Robert Tong for the work which he has done so far. And also I've spoken to the Honorable Kenneth Darrow. He briefed me. Again, I would like to commend him for the effort which he have led in regards to the environment and a lot of the financial resources we have received because of him and the Prime Minister. I'll give him a round of applause.
Isaac concluded by stating his full commitment to Dominica and his full commitment to the cabinet of Dominica. In November of 2017, the registry had to be closed after staff complained of not feeling well while working in the building. Some complained of itchy eyes and the burning irritation of the skin. That was largely blamed on the impact of Hurricane Maria on the building. And now, attorneys in Dominica share a similar complaint. Here is Marissa Stedman with that report.
The attorneys walked from the High Court on the Bayfront to the Financial Center to deliver a letter to the Minister of Justice and National Security, Reuben Blackmore, on the matter. At a recent press briefing, a question was asked about the present condition of the court. Registrar Ozzie Walsh expressed his satisfaction in the general cleanup undertaken at the building, saying that conditions are a lot more favorable than before.
Who did pursue with the assistance of the regional counterparts, efforts aimed at putting together a report after they had done certain tests. I have not really read the report. I have not seen the report. If you would like, anybody would like more information about what is contained in the report, then obviously I think it would be good to contact the environmental health personnel who can speak to that issue much better. But from my point of view, I can't speak to the report. An official copy was not sent to me. But what I can say from a physical standpoint, where we were in terms of the environment at the registry, where we are, a great difference. The place has been cleaned up.
Meantime, the Minister for Justice, Immigration and National Security, Reuben Blackmore, says that he has asked for environmental reports to be done on every government building. According to Blackmore, that is the responsible thing to do after a disaster. He says the government will not expose staff to any danger. Yet, the minister revealed that he has not read or heard of any report that speaks to what he called a cancer environment.
The government not relocated the registry in light of this danger? That is the question from the individual.
Well, first of all, I mean, we have to be responsible in our utterances. And I know you're a bright fellow. And that question to me, which was transmitted to you, is out of order. And this government will never expose its people to any environment that is not conducive to work. There are challenges, as Mr. Bosch can speak to, and I'm not aware of any report that reference what you just made reference to. Okay, so we are there to provide solutions. Yeah, and you have made reference to the one of the issues you had is that because you had tarpaulin like on a number of government buildings and also private buildings. We have been able to recover this building with proper galvanized. Now we're putting in a new ceiling. So all these issues that are in the air conditioned units, isn't that so? This is air conditioned. So I'm not even sure. Then you have in a democracy, even to give, the people the opportunity to express their ignorance.
The minister also advised media personnel to visit the registry building in order to clear any misconception that the registry building should not be utilized.
On a daily basis, is not so. And you hear me say that the staff members at the registry have to be commended. And immediately after Maria, there were challenges, but the registries provide very important services to the country. And we have to ensure that these services, and I think the important thing is that after a major phenomenon like Hurricane Maria, and I think you can speak to that the registry has been providing all the services.
Meantime, President of the Dominica Bar Association, Mary Roberts, says the attorneys are very concerned about the conditions of the courts, which have not been fully operational since Hurricane Maria.
In other news, President of the Evangelistic Churches in Dominica, Pastor Randy Rodney, has expressed the need for unity of purpose to bounce back from the destruction of Hurricane Maria. According to Rodney, right now we do not have it, hence the reason why Dominica is often referred to as lawless country.
Feels that they have a contact can break the law with impunity. That's just it. So depending on who the person is, yes, there is a law that says you cannot do smoking in public places. But you might find some guy doing it, and if you tell him anything, he turns around and puff the smoke in your face. You take him to the court, and then the case drags for 2 years, and you lose interest in it. He goes with no problems.
Pastor Rodney also spoke on the issue of drug prevention. He admits that in our society, generally the youth views a drug dealer as someone who is cool or well off. Rodney believes that it is only by shaping the minds of the young ones that his notion may disappear. But this notion,
the psyche in the society. Might is not right. Power is not it. Money is not the best thing that you could ever have in your life. We have to bring people's mindset to a place where we live in integrity. We live fulfilled lives within what we have. When I grew up, that's what my mother taught me. Live within your means. Don't look and be jealous of what the neighbor across the wall is having. We have to get society re-engineered to understand that that is what real living is about. Real living is not flashing a BMW. Real living is not coming from a 6-bedroom house with 2 people living in it. Real living is a satisfaction of knowing that whatever has come your way, you can use it to help other people.
Rodney emphasized the removal of the attraction of the people who are stealing the hearts of the young people and encourages misconduct. Stay tuned for more news after the break. We'll be right back.
There are signs everywhere. Pay attention whether you're male or female. Visit your health center to get screened. It's a preliminary test to determine if you are exposed to the HIV virus, an STI, or tuberculosis. Some people who are HIV positive also have tuberculosis. But there's hope. Tuberculosis can be cured. And yes, you can live a full life with HIV. Talk to your doctor. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB, HIV. Encourage everyone to get tested.
Les moun ki ni TB estene e ben tout se, moun ki en bonne santé oli wen ka respire se vermin la. Moun ki pa ni bon tempérament kon sa ki ni maladie HIV, alcool, ka fumer, ti mamay e gwan moun bien sensible pour ces maladies sa la. Moun ki ka tousse ni pou prendre précaution le yo en parmi moun en place publique. Couvre bouche ou le ka estene e tousse. Visitez docteur e ben place santé. Fini tout traitement yo ba ou sa joine guérison et puis maladie TB. En responsabilité ou aider du bout si men maladie TB et HIV. Protéger corps et les autres.
And welcome back to CBN4's Primetime News. Atheline Douglas Murdoch, director of the Dominica Institute for the Arts, believes that the marriage between the two sectors, culture and tourism, is a natural feat. According to Murdoch, when one travels to another country, they are most interested in the people, places and their tradition, and that is culture.
Many times when people ask for entertainment, a lot of the entertainment we give would also be entertainment in the area of culture. So for instance, the hotels can use the cultural division to promote the culture of Dominica, to highlight the entertainment in the island, to even introduce the culture to the other parts of the world. So I believe it's a very good idea.
Murdoch believes that this fusion of government will enhance Dominica's culture.
Go further than it can go now, where I believe in fact our independence celebrations and our different cultural events probably among the best in the region, certainly in the OECS. And with tourism, we can throw the net further and let it go as far as it can reach. And Dominica will be better known, and the Dominican people will benefit from the growth in the tourism industry.
Murdoch says that once implemented properly with strategy and purpose, she expects that Dominica's culture to be promoted even better. And after the recent announcement that the annual Jazz and Creole would not be hosted, CBN4, through the website of the Dominica Festivals Committee, can confirm that the event will go on. According to the Festivals Committee website, on Sunday, May 20th, 2018, Fort Shirley in Dominica's Cabrits National Park will come alive for the highly anticipated main stage event of the 9th annual Dominica's Jazz and Creole Festival. Over the years, the festival has featured performances by many renowned local, regional and international artists, including Alfredo de la Fay, Angelique Kidjo, Arturo Tapin, Fitzroy Williams, Michelle Henderson and many others. The festival's committee announced through its website that the 2018 artist lineup will be announced shortly. And also in the news, the project officer, Akinia Aline, along with administrative assistants and newly appointed female CARICOM youth ambassador Annelle Lewis, are the official delegates representing the Commonwealth of Dominica at the 2018 Commonwealth Youth Forum in London, England. The Commonwealth Youth Forum provides an opportunity for the young people of the Commonwealth to build cross-cultural connections and networks, debate the challenges facing its young people, and agree on youth-led initiatives to influence decision makers and ensure young people have a voice in its future. The theme for the 2018 Youth Forum is Powering Our Common Future. Aline and Lewis are expected to speak on the state of affairs in regards to the youth in the Commonwealth of Dominica. They are to vote at the Commonwealth Youth Council General Assembly, and additionally, they are expected to submit proposals on projects that can directly or indirectly benefit the youth of the country. Akinia Aline and Annelle Lewis are expected to be back on island from Saturday, April 21st, 2018. President of the Dominica Association of Evangelical Churches, Pastor Randy Rodney, says the announcement of a new key portfolio of ecclesiastical affairs, in his view, is not making any difference yet until the Prime Minister or the Minister for Ecclesiastical Affairs or the executive branch of the government makes a determination as to what is the expectation of the ministry. This new key portfolio was announced by the Prime Minister of Dominica, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, during his recent address to the nation.
For there to be any change in mindset or change in what we think about it, we must now know what does that entail, where is it going, what's the objective, what's the purpose for it. Simply because the affairs of church has always been dealt with by a minister, always, which is largely the whole preparation of licenses for pastors, in terms of marriage licenses to become a marriage officer. The ministry is engaged with preparation of marriage licenses for individuals who do not want banns published. And to a lesser extent, there are other activities that the ministry has collaborated with the church about. Way back in 1980 or 82, there was legislation for duty-free to be accorded to churches, and that was dealt with by the Ministry of Finance. So that announcement now is, in my view, not making a difference yet.
During the Prime Minister's address, he indicated that the Minister of Ecclesiastical Affairs will be involved with the strengthening of relations with the church. However, Pastor Randy Rodney believes that proper explanation and presentation about the ministry and its plans would be welcomed by the church.
I have now a determination to change course, then I'm sure the church will welcome it. But it has to be explained, it must be presented. Somebody must say that these are the areas that we would like addressed. And I am sure the evangelical community would get behind anything that would enhance the community. That's what we're involved in. Our social work as a church in Dominica far exceeds that which any government has done over the years. Far exceeds that.
Rodney further noted that the work of the church far exceeds that which any government has done over the years. We'll be back with more news after the break.
L'année signe tout partout. Attention si vous êtes homme et bien femme. Visitez place santé pour examiner corps. Ça c'est un nid pour yo ouais si l'année pièce moun au lion qui ni maladie TB et bien maladie sexuelle. En compagnie moun qui ni maladie HIV pe ni TB aussi. Savent qui l'année guérison pour TB. Ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Parlez by docteur. Prends responsabilité. Aidez du bout de sime maladie TB et HIV. Ou agir tout le monde pour examiner corps yo.
If you're HIV positive or have an STI, having unprotected sex with multiple partners puts them in grave danger. You'll expose every partner and their present and future partners to HIV or another STI. Use a condom every time you have sex. You can live a productive life even if diagnosed with HIV. Remember, early detection is key to your survival. Be responsible, protect yourself and others. Help stop the spread of HIV and other STIs.
There are signs everywhere. Pay attention whether you're male or female. Visit your health center to get screened. It's a preliminary test to determine if you are exposed to the HIV virus, an STI, or tuberculosis. Some people who are HIV positive also have tuberculosis. But there's hope. Tuberculosis can be cured. And yes, you can live a full life with HIV. Talk to your doctor. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB, HIV. Encourage everyone to get tested.
Les moun qui ni TB estene et ben toussé, moun qui en bonne santé au lion qui a respirer ces vermines là, moun qui pas ni bon tempérament, kon sa ki ni maladie HIV, alcohol, café.
And welcome back. Around the region, the government of Antigua and Barbuda has challenged the findings of the United States 2018 International Narcotics Control Strategy Report. The document, publicly labeled all member states of the Caribbean Community CARICOM as major money laundering jurisdictions. Antigua and Barbuda's ambassador in Washington, Sir Ronald Sanders, dispatched a diplomatic note to the U.S. State Department. He pointed out that inaccurate, misleading, and wrong information in the International Narcotics Control Strategy Report has harmed and continues to harm Antigua and Barbuda, particularly in the financial services sector, including the area of correspondent banking relations. In these circumstances, Ambassador Sanders said, the government of Antigua and Barbuda is forced to defend Antigua and Barbuda publicly from the harmful effects of the inaccuracies and misinformation in the International Narcotics Control Strategy Report 2018 by releasing its detailed response. In a statement, the government of Antigua and Barbuda said it calls on the Department of State and the government of the United States to provide the evidence, substantiating its statements and undertakes to act on the evidence forthwith. And earlier this morning, a Southwest Airlines plane flying from New York to Dallas had to make an emergency landing in Philadelphia after one of its engines got damaged, according to the Federal Aviation Administration. The flight tracking site, FlightAware, confirms the Boeing 737 was over southeast Pennsylvania when it made a dramatic turn back to Philadelphia. One passenger was transported to the hospital, according to CNN affiliates. The crew reported damage to one of the aircraft's engine as well as the fuselage and a window. The Federal Aviation Administration said in its statement, passengers used air stairs to disembark the aircraft, the statement read. Stay tuned, sports comes up shortly.
Les moun ki ni TB estene e ben tout se, moun ki en bonne santé oli wen ka respire se vermine la. Moun ki pa ni bon tempérament kon sa ki ni maladie HIV, alcool, kafine, ti mamay e gwan moun bien sensible pour ces maladies ça là. Moun ki ka tousse ni pou prendre précaution le yo en parmi moun en place publique. Couvre bouche ou le ka estene e tousse. Visitez docteur e ben place santé. Fini tout traitement yo ba ou sa joine guérison et puis maladie TB. En responsabilité ou aider du bout si mais maladie TB et HIV, protéger corps et les autres. L'année signe tout partout. Attention si vous êtes homme et bien femme. Visitez place santé pour examiner corps. Ça c'est un nid pour yo ouais si l'année pièce moun au lion qui ni maladie TB et bien maladie sexuelle. En compagnie moun qui ni maladie HIV, P ni TB aussi. Savent qui l'année guérison pour TB. Ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Parlez by docteur. Prends responsabilité. Aider du bout de si maladie TB et HIV. Ou agir tout le monde pour examiner corps yo.
If you're HIV positive or have an STI, having unprotected sex with multiple partners puts them in grave danger. You'll expose every partner and their present and future partners to HIV or another STI. Use
Carlos Brathwaite returns to captain the West Indies in the Hurricane Relief T20 Challenge against the ICC Rest of the World's 11 at Lord's Cricket Ground, London on Thursday, May 31st. This charity match is being staged with the support of the MCC, ECB and the ICC to raise funds to rebuild and restore 5 major cricket venues at the heart of Caribbean communities that were damaged by Hurricanes Irma and Maria. Match-winning all-rounder Andre Russell returns to the Windies T20 squad following his return to cricket during the Super 50 Cup and the IPL. Explosive openers Evan Lewis and the Universe boss Chris Gale also returns to the squad following the Pakistan series along with spinner Ashley Nurse. All proceeds from the Hurricane Relief T20 Challenge going towards rebuilding and renovating the 5 major venues damaged during the hurricanes as well as other community cricket facilities. The Ronald Webster Park in Anguilla, damaged by Irma, the Sir Vive Richards Stadium in Antigua, temporarily converted to host refugees from Barbuda following the Irma, Windsor Park Sports Stadium in Dominica damaged in Maria, the A.O. Shirley Recreation Ground in the British Virgin Islands damaged in Irma, and the Carib Lumber Ballpark, St. Martin, damaged during Irma. Here's the Hurricane Relief T20 Challenge Windies squad. Samuel Badri, Carlos Brathwaite to captain, Riyad Emrit, Andre Fletcher, Chris Gale, Evan Lewis, Ashley Nurse, Kimo Paul, Rothman Powell, Dennis Ramdin as the wicket-keeper, Andre Russell, Marlon Samuels and Kesrick Williams. Meantime, President of the Dominica Football Association, Glenn Etienne, has heaped enormous praise on coach of the senior men's football team, Coach Rajesh Lachu. Etienne said that Lachu has been very commendable since the FA hired him to be part of its staff. Rajesh Joseph Lachu is currently working under a 2-year contract with the Dominica Football Association. September, Coach Lachu will lead his Dominica team into the CONCACAF football competition. Dominica are currently unbeaten after 6 matches in all competitions. And in cricket, Rohit Sharma blasted 94 and was given valuable support from Windies batsman Evan Lewis as Mumbai Indians reached 213 for 6. Royal Challengers Bangalore failed to control the flow of runs in the death overs after Umesh Yadav had taken 2 wickets in the first over. None of the other batsmen stepped up to the plate while Royal Challengers Bangalore bowlers wilted under the onslaught. Chasing 214, Virat Kohli's team lost wickets at crucial intervals and never got going. The captain ended on 92 not out, but it was not enough as Mumbai Indians secured their first win of the IPL 2018 edition. And that takes us to the end of today's Primetime News and Sports Package. On behalf of the entire CBN4 team, I am Alan Christopher saying thank you for watching.